Okay, I got a video today from Coach Rhodes of his throw on the left here. And this is the moment of the left toes touching down. So I wanted to compare with the on the right video here of Valerie Allman, where you can see the shoulders are horizontal and square to the back of the circle. And you can see Coach Rhodes' thrower, the upper body is quite open. Okay, so let's take a look and see where this happened. Let's go back to the beginning here, show her throw a couple times. Okay. Okay, I've got it magnified, so I'm going to have to move around a little bit so you can see the entire position of her body. All right, she's turning here. You can see the shoulders are down. I prefer to have the shoulders horizontal. Just take a look on the left here. Pretty much the same position. You can see how the shoulders are horizontal. Okay. You can see right here how the right knee turns inward right away before the foot's even off the ground. Okay. So this is the moment the right foot comes off the ground, and you can see how much the right leg is turned inward. The thigh's already facing 9 o'clock, the knee's facing 9, and the foot is pretty much facing 9 here. So let's take a look at the video on the left, and there's the foot almost ready to come off. You can see the separation of the knees here. Okay. And you can see that the knee, thigh, foot are all facing the camera here at 12 o'clock. So she's keeping the knees separated so she can have a nice wide sweep leg. Okay. The thrower on the left, you can see the shoulders have already rotated, and probably, yeah, I'm pretty sure this right shoulder is past the right hip here already. So that's what happens when you throw this left arm outside this left knee. You want to keep them together a little bit longer. See, Valerie Allman throws it out too, but she's the Olympic champion. But that's what can happen. Is the upper body can get ahead. You can see right here. I like this video. The stop the frames right here usually, where the shoulders are facing. Okay, now you can see here the hip is behind the shoulder. So she's got a little bit of angle there. And let's take a look at the thrower on the left. Get the shoulders facing the throwing direction right here. You can see the shoulders right here and hips right here, so it's a little more vertical. Okay, so Valerie Allman's got a little more separation here. And this can happen if you throw that arm out, like I said, past the left knee. Okay, so let's continue on. All right, so she's leading with the knee here pretty much. You can see it coming around, and right here you see the how close the knees are together. At some point, this right leg has got to straighten out. And if you see in the video on the right, knee straightens out right here when it hits 9 o'clock. So I've got a straight leg here, so nice wide sweep. You can see here left side is a little more vertical, where the throw on the left is leaning quite a bit to the left here. And the shoulders are diving down. And here on the right, the shoulders are horizontal. So just some differences to point out. Yeah, this right leg should be straightened by now. You can see, I don't know if it ever does straighten. Let's take a look. Probably right about here, maybe. But at this point, she should be in the sprint position with that thigh high. Right thigh high, right here. You see the bend. Okay. Foot's getting underneath the knee here. Shortening that limb. Okay. Let's sync them together here. Keep moving. You can see the body angle here. It's pretty extreme. You want to be a little bit straighter. Okay. The left foot should be off the ground already. You can see how this leg is straightened out pretty much. Where you see in the video on the right, you've got the bend, and then right here at the knee, the foot comes off with the shin horizontal. Okay, you don't want to be straight here. This is it's going to be a slow left leg off the ground, and then you see it's coming off straight rather than being bent. See, which is much quicker. You shorten that limb by bending it. Okay, and I think this is the point where on the right the toes come down. Yeah, right here. The toes make contact. You see both knees are almost facing the same direction down here at 3 o'clock, and you can see on the right video she's trying to land at 12 o'clock, so she's getting that right foot all the way rotated, and that's fine. But this leg here, the left leg, shouldn't be back here. If that's the case, if she's got the leg here, then that right foot should be facing this way, just like the video on the right. Okay, so both knees are facing to the left, and in her case, she's got one knee facing 12 o'clock and one knee facing 3 o'clock. So it's just going to slow everything down. You can see she's leaning quite a bit here still. You see on the right, she stays right around this axis here of rotation. Okay. All right, the next place I like to stop at is when the hips are facing the back of the circle, right about here. Yeah, right about here. Okay, so the right foot really didn't move much. Okay, from the time it landed here, it hasn't really moved. It's sinking down. You pretty much stopped that right leg rotation while the left leg catches up. Okay, now the knees are almost facing the same. So we'll put Valley Rama in that same position right about here. Okay, left foot's almost ready to come down on the right video. See, she's going to land that foot a lot sooner because it doesn't have as far to go. And watch the video on the left here. Watch how long it takes the left foot to come down, which is why she's losing the separation. Okay, it's taking too long. It's landing too far to the left. The right foot is landed on the left side of the circle. Okay, somewhere right about here's the middle. Okay, see video on the right. Center's right about here somewhere. You see that she's actually on the right side of the line. You don't want to be on that left side. And body's leaning back. You don't want that. Try to be vertical. Keep your everything stacked up here. The foot, the knee, the hip, all in the vertical plane. The head is outside of the foot. Okay, you want to keep that on top so everything can spin. Discus should be up at the high point here. Right, left shoulder should be more toward 12 o'clock. Discus should be up high. You can see the discus never really rises up right here. It just kind of stays horizontal. Okay. All right, and then this is where we started at with the very open position. So a lot of things contributed to that. This long left leg coming off late. Okay. The angle of the body. Having that left leg come around slow. Landing the right foot all the way to 12 o'clock. Which is fine. If it lands there, yeah, this left foot is also got to be back here at 6 o'clock then. So they try to stay about 180 degrees apart. If the right foot's at 12, left foot should be at 6. So you really got to get that foot around. The hips have almost come around, just if you left the foot behind. Okay, leaning to the left here. All right, you want to try to be vertical. Valeriama's a little bit leaning to the left. Looks like it's just a practice throw, but normally she would be completely vertical here. Okay, we want to get that discus up along the shoulder line, which looks pretty good here. Got the left arm blocked there, looks good. Left leg's extended. Right knee's rotated to the left, that's good. Okay, non-reverse. Good follow through. All right, so we picked out a few things that you can work on with your athlete there, Coach Rhodes. And if you make any changes, let me know. We'll take a look and send another video. All right, thanks.